Hey, family. Hope that you enjoyed our first week as we went through the book of Genesis. This week, we'll be moving into Exodus. If you remember, the Torah, those first 5 books are actually written as one book. This is all one story. So we're kind of just moving on to the next part. So once again, it's written by Moses, and Exodus was written during that time when the people of Israel were wandering around in the desert, roughly 1446 to 1406 BC, sometime in there. As we move through these, obviously they're written, Moses wrote Genesis first and then Exodus, and that's the indication is that they're written in that order as well as how we have them. So sometime later in that period than Genesis was, but still somewhere in the midst of that. It's mostly set in Egypt and then in the wilderness on the way to the promised land. It's written to God's chosen people, the Israelites. Moses is giving them a historical record of their escape from Egypt, as well as a record of the law that God gives to his people. It serves as both an encouragement of how God keeps his promises. He keeps his promises and delivers the people and does those things that he promised all the way back to Abraham and on through the line. But it also serves as a warning of the consequences of not obeying God, of not following him. And so it serves as both this encouragement and this warning to us. The basic outline of the book, you have redemption and leaving Egypt for the first 18 chapters. And then you get the covenant between God and his people in chapters 19 through 24. And then he concludes by giving them instructions on how to worship and putting together the things they'll need to properly worship God in chapters 25 through 40. Some key themes throughout the book of Exodus: slavery and deliverance, the covenant and the law, tabernacle, and the idea of holiness, fulfillment and obedience. The sovereignty of God is very much present, and freedom and the idea of worship are big themes throughout the book. A couple of key verses. Exodus 6 through 8, where God is telling the people, I'm here to deliver you. I'm here to fulfill the promise I made to Abraham and bring you out of this land to the land that I promised your father Abraham. And then in Exodus 20, verses 2 and 3, where he emphasizes the fact that you should have no other gods before me. I am the Lord. I'm the one you're supposed to worship. And he gives them the 10 Commandments. Interesting fact about the book of Exodus, and really the event of the Exodus leaving Egypt. It's the most referenced event through the rest of the Old Testament. As we move forward through the rest of the Old Testament, that event will come up more than anything else that the people refer back to and the writers refer back to, trying to remind the people of this awesome thing that God does for the people of Israel when he brings them out of slavery, out of Egypt, into their own land and makes them their own nation. So hope you guys have an awesome week joining us as we read through the book of Exodus together as a family. Love you guys. See you soon.